Welcome to today's Monday Market Outlook here at Top Gun Options. Matthew Buckley, my call sign is Wiz, and incredibly fired up for what's going on this week. First of all, the first full week of President Trump, and we're going to talk about that. Of course, a little down market today, and we're going to talk about why. But the most important thing we have to talk about is tonight. At 8 p.m., we are kicking off our first full throttle series of 2017, one of the most popular training and live trading sessions in the financial training industry, really leading at the forefront. They're leading from the front. If you haven't grabbed your slot yet, go to go.topgunoptions.com/joinft. That's join full throttle. Name, email gets you in. You can throw your cell phone number in there. Not going to spam it or anything like that, folks. We're going to be blasting out text alerts throughout the week on trades that we're adding to our model portfolios. Full flight schedule of everything we're doing this week is on the page. You can just scroll down. Kicking off at 8 o'clock tonight with kind of an in-doc brief. Who we are, who I am, who our professional traders are, how the model portfolios are doing, our methodology, and where we're going to be deploying capital in 2017. Okay, so head to go.topgunoptions.com/join FT, and just for registering there, we're going to give you a $45 value, the options pocket checklist that you can download. Really high-speed piece of gear that you're going to want to have by your side as you do the combat of trading. Now, stocks a little wallowing here. Trump had a little bit of a roundtable this morning with some captains of industries, really slamming or wanting to slam a tax on stuff that's coming in here without a tax. The guy's got a point, folks. When people say, well, that's not free trade, really hammering people. We don't have free trade right now. So we get our ass kicked when we send stuff out of country and they import, but they send it here for free. Come on, man. Let's get a level playing field and then we'll talk. So, because trust me, I don't dig the new president slamming captains of industry to stay here to add jobs and just browbeating them. Mr. President, why don't you make a hospitable environment here in the United States, and then people won't leave. They'll stay. Obviously, if you create a good environment, people tend to stay. If it's toxic, they tend to leave on both sides. So, yeah, a little bit down on the down. The S&P is almost off about 10. I'm probably looking at a weekly options trade here to maybe put on a bull put spread. I don't think we're going to implode here. We'll take a look at the chart in a second here. But, this investors taper bullish bets as Trump takes office. I got to be honest with you. This rally we had, and again, Top Gun Options was one of the only financial firms, and me as an individual, one of the only guys out there who predicted both a Trump win and a Trump rally. We had Citi, one of the brains at Citi, the day before the election saying Hillary's going to win, but if Trump wins, which ain't going to happen, the market's going to implode 5%. Of course, that guy gets to keep his multi-million-dollar bonus and a salary, but I digress. So really nice rally on words and hope. This is hope and change. This is what hope looks like, folks. So the first rally here was on hope. Now we're moving sideways, waiting for the change. And I thought he did a great job this morning saying, hey, I'm going to reduce. We're going to have regulation. We just can't have the Wild West here, but we can't. It's stifling. He said, he's talking to companies where they have almost as many people working in the regulatory office than they do out there building stuff, and that's stifling. So I think the next leg up is going to be on action, and this guy isn't a guy to sit still and wait for months or years for stuff to happen. He's going to be pretty pissed if things don't happen quickly here. So we're going to talk about this tonight, like I said, in more detail. So make sure you register for the full throttle. I thought this was interesting. In earnings season, 27 of 42 reporting companies have used the word Trump or Trump administration, meaning we're going to be looking really good going forward, especially if he implements his tax policy. Folks, if he cuts corporate taxes in half or close to in half, that goes right to the bottom line, man. That is more hiring, more acquiring, more upgrading technology or software and stuff. So I'm very, very happy with what I hear, but we need to see action so far. Oil all over the place. We had one of the Saudi guys over the weekend say, hey, our production cuts are proceeding faster than planned, but OPEC says, hey, there's really no penalties for anybody who's violating the agreement. And we know, or at least I know, they're all violating the agreement. I mean, last week Brazil said, pound sand, OPEC, we're increasing production. And what did OPEC do? Stop, or we'll say stop again. That was about it. So oil, I keep an eye on it. It's not driving the market as much as it did last January and February, or December and January. Remember, we had the massive implosion, oil below 30. and then we kind of got back on our feet after January. But we're going to keep an eye on this. We'll trade the XLE and most likely in iron condors as we look at the chart. We'll be looking at XLE tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. in the primary live trade brief. But along the financials here, folks, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, all a little bit of a pullback. This sell the inauguration type of thing. If this is a big sell the inauguration, where is it? We really haven't massively pulled back. Love Goldman Sachs earnings, love JP Morgan earnings, like XLF, and I think this is a great entry point to go higher. We have some, as you'll see tonight, we have some of our members who are up, nearly $50,000 since September on about 5 contracts with Goldman Sachs long call diagonals that I recommended we put in our portfolio. Like I said, we'll cover that tonight, but there's your hope. The change is going to be the next leg up. Could we head down? Could we come close to this 50-day moving average? Of course. This is a buy, folks. Any pullback in this market is definitely going to be a buy, and especially for the longer term. If you're a short-term trader, we'll trade weekly options this week. The weekly options live trading session is going to be on Friday for my members. It's not at 1 o'clock today. I'm actually hosting a timing research show at 1 o'clock. So we're going to we'll talk. I'll probably still send out a trade alert because, like I said, I'm looking at a bull put spread maybe on the S&P 500. Let's see if we stabilize a little bit this Monday out of the gate bleeding. Remember, on these sideways weeks or month that we've kind of had here since we leveled off mid-December, these kind of mini implosions on a Monday, we usually see up by a Friday. When we see a rip your face off rally out of the gate on a Monday, we usually see it down a little bit by the close on Friday. So, and I'll teach you how to do all this stuff this week in full throttle. So like I said, if you haven't grabbed your slot, head to go.topgunoptions.com/joinft. The full schedule of events is on there. You get a free OPCL that's worth $45, and you're going to get a full week of live trading and training. And don't worry, if you can't attend, still register, because you'll get to have access to all the replays that we do throughout the week. And that's in case you want it now, go.topgunoptions.com/FT-replay, and all the old replays from the last full throttle are on here. And we had the portfolios since the last full throttle in October and December are absolutely crushing it. And like I said, we'll cover that tonight. Okay, I got to go. Get ready for timing research. Like I said, to my weekly options members, no weekly options today at 1 o'clock. We've moved that to Friday at 1 o'clock, but I'm still looking for a trade to send out here. And for everybody else, join me at 8 o'clock tonight for an in-doc brief that's going to cover everything from who I am, who TGO is, our portfolio performance in 2016, which is going to shock you. Just crushed all the smart money who thought Clinton was going to win, and the market would kind of continue what the Obama grind did. This is we are in a new year, man. 2017 is going to be absolutely incredible for me personally, professionally. So I hope you join me tonight at 8 p.m. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God